Hey, I'm Katrina, and I came across a really interesting question on Reddit that I just had to share my thoughts on. So the question is, what high standards are women allowed to have? I want to know what your thoughts are, so leave in the comments, but here's my answer. And this isn't just for women, this is for anyone. You are allowed to have any high standards that you want, as long as you can walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And what do I mean by that? I mean that your high standards are a reflection of the values you hold, the principles you stand by, and the way you choose to live your life. It's not about telling others what you expect from them, it's about setting the expectations you have for yourself. It's about holding yourself accountable to those values every single day, living with integrity, and constantly showing up as the best version of yourself. When you set high standards for yourself, you're not just elevating your life. You're teaching others how to treat you by showing them how you treat yourself. Your standards guide the way you live, act, and interact with the world. So when it comes to standards, you are allowed to have any high standards that you want, but you also need to follow through with them. If you say you won't tolerate disrespect, then you need to make sure you're not disrespecting yourself and you're not disrespecting others. If you say you want honesty, then you need to make sure you're always being honest with yourself and with others. But if you just have standards because it sounds nice on paper and you're not actually following through, then you shouldn't have them until you're ready to live by them fully. Because high standards aren't just words, they're commitments. They're the cornerstone of how you show up in the world, how you treat yourself, and how you engage with others. If you're not living in alignment with the standards you set, you're not just doing yourself a disservice, you're making life so much more difficult than it needs to be. Because when you fail to honor your own standards, you create confusion, friction, and unnecessary struggles in your life, and you prevent yourself from fully stepping into the life you deserve. So when it comes to high standards, remember, you are allowed to set any standards you want, but they must be more than just words on a piece of paper. They have to be something that you follow through completely.